Hi, I'm with Heather and welcome to my garden. So this morning I couldn't sleep. The time is 20 to 6 in the morning and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to stay in bed tossing and turning. I'm going to come outside and film the sunrise. Either I was a little late with the whole sunrise thing, or it's just a little too cloudy to see it. But anyway, we are here, we are in my garden, and I've got a couple of things I want to show you. So let's get going. This is that cloudy sky. And this is my beautiful garden. So do you see this plant here right at the back? This super tall one. That with the purple flowers on is my comfrey. I mean, hasn't it got absolutely huge? I mean, I was just looking back at some of my old videos last night and it was like, I remember it was like that tall from soil level, and now it's like this. And those bees are going to be loving those little purple bellflowers, which just give you a little close up so you can see. See, some are already opening. So my compost heap is going to be very happy when I start chopping up this and chucking it in. See, this is the thing about comfrey. It is very good at pulling lots of nutrients from where they've got washed deep into the soil, like beyond the reach of most plant roots. So what comfrey does, it sends down these like massive tap roots, and then they get all the nutrients from deep down in the soil, bring it up, store it in the leaves, and then you basically chop off the leaves and chuck them in the compost bin, or you can ferment them in a bucket of water and make a plant food. Apparently it's a really bad smelling process. Yet to try it yet, so I guess we'll see. And then you can dilute the resulting liquid and use it as plant fertiliser, which is great. I'm always into organic fertilisers where possible, especially if you can make them yourself and save yourself some money as well as saving the planet. You know, that's always good. Now, whilst we are here also, I want to show you this, my black currant bush. So I've got this as a tiny, like basically a twig in some soil that had rooted from the supermarket. You know how every spring they sell those like little twig start fruit bush things that like £2-3. Got that 2 or 3 years ago, never had a single berry off of it. But if you look right there, I have got a ton of flower buds for the first time ever. So this year I'm gonna have black currants. I am so excited about that. See, look, there's like loads all over the place. Some more down here going on. So I know it's not like a crazy amount of buds or anything, but it's still new to me, and it's going to be my first crop. So there's always that excitement when it's like, oh, this is my first XYZ, whatever it is that I've grown. There's always that excitement just to try it. Apparently, black currants are they're what they use to make Ribena, and I like Ribena, so hopefully I will like these also. And even if I don't think the berries taste great, I'm still gonna like them just because they're mine and I grew them. And it's just the most fantastic feeling to be like, I did that, I grew it, I raised it from a baby. It's cool. My snowball onion bulby things sets, that's the correct word, onion sets are doing well. Got about 8 in those in my planters that I got from B&M, I think, or Home Bargains, somewhere like that. So they're doing well. And then just down here, these are my purple tulips. They're actually, the older they get, the more gothic looking they're getting. So actually, I'm starting to quite like the colour, that it's deepening and looking more gothic and metallic. Quite pretty. Over here, these were the tulips that I thought were going to be just white with green stripes, but that green has all turned red now. So they're beautiful. I've promised my next door neighbour some bulbs once they are finished flowering for the year, because she really likes those ones. See, me and my next door neighbour, she's super into plants as well. She's more flowers, whereas I'm a mix of flowers and vegetables, and we're constantly swapping seedlings or seeds over the garden wall. It's kind of cool that there's someone living next door that's also plant mad, because it's always nice when there's someone around that has the exact same kind of crazy that you do. It's always good. So behind me we have the garlic bed, and it really amused me because I've got my raspberry plant growing back here, and it really amused me to notice that I have a radish just casually growing in the bottom of that pot. This is cool. I mean, I like radishes. I tend to reuse compost a lot, so either I've had it in my hands and accidentally dropped it in the pot when I've been planting, or possibly it was already in the compost from a previous year and it just didn't grow, but it's choosing now to do that. Either way, yeah, fine by me. Oh, sounds like Garden Cat might be about to make an appearance. Do you see his face just at the window there? He's like, I want to come out. I know your viewers only tune in to catch glimpses of me. Hey, Sinner. Hey, beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. Yes, you are. So, anyway, as we were before the cat appeared, what I find kind of cool about this is that I just planted the twig, but already you can see I've got raspberries popping up over here and over here that aren't connected to the stem. And I remember watching this video by, I think it was M.I. Gardner, and he was saying that raspberries are one of the things you want to be careful with planting in the soil, just because they tend to take over in much the same way as like wild blackberries. And so I guess that's what that raspberry is doing, which is kind of cool because that means it's going to be really easy to propagate. And I really love raspberries, but it gets kind of expensive buying them from the supermarket. So that it probably, if it's anything like the blackcurrant, it's probably not going to fruit for 2-3 years, but when it does, I will be waiting. As you can see just up there, that's my bird feeder, right? And this is a feeding dish, and yesterday I heard a fluttering sound, so I went to the window to investigate. There's a pigeon sat on the feeding dish pecking away at the peanut dispenser that's just behind that. And that struck me as so hilarious, because obviously pigeons have like big beaks, and that's designed for, like, you know, blue tits and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some peanuts and just put them in a dish so that if any hungry pigeons come this way, then they can get at them. Carrots coming along nicely. There's some lovely foliage on that one. I planted a bunch of random seeds in here, and now I've got seeds coming up and I can't remember what I planted. So it's kind of just looking and, you know, hoping it's not weeds. It's another beautiful carrot back there. I think this seed looks like some sort of brassica. I mean, it could be a radish. I think I did plant some radish seeds in here, but it could also be a beetroot because I planted some of them as well. I also planted flowers. There's some seedlings there. There. Some more over here. Some more there. There. No clue what any of them are until they actually grow into plants, which is not very helpful. Moving over this way. Oh, look at that. Now, isn't that a healthy looking carrot top? Oh, it feels so nice to stroke as well. It's got like a lovely softness to it. It's very, very tactile stuff, carrot tops. Got this. I don't know what this is. Could be a kind of grass, or it could be a really skinny garlic. I just have no clue on that one. Got another carrot just at the back here. And again, some sort of brassica seed there. Some more, a couple of brassicas there. Another brassica seed at the back there. Yeah, could be radishes, could be beetroots. There is no sign of any of the carrot seeds though that I planted, because I distinctly remember, because I traced like a little row, a little line in the soil with my finger, and then I sprinkled the carrot seeds all down the row. The drill, I think, is the technical term for that. Covered it over, and yeah, not seeing any carrot seedlings, which is a shame. But I've had the seeds for a while, and I don't think they store all that well, so that could be why. So, boo. No multicolour carrots, I'm afraid, but oh well. Still got lots of other stuff growing. Just had a heart attack there. My cat, he just tried to jump up on the trellis here, and he jumped up, but he jumped up from there. He got his foot stuck in the pea netting, jumped up onto there, and he's trapped on the pea netting, and I went to help him, completely forgetting that I was still plugged into the camera. So of course I tipped my camera, my tripod over, and it's like, trailing my equipment on the ground, and he's okay. He freed himself, he's okay, he's not hurt or anything, but little bit of panic there. Anyway, back to the video. Whilst we are here over by the trellis, I will show you what we've got going on here. Just through the pea netting, you can see you've got bunch of peas in this corner, all doing rather nicely. Again, this is a bed I've just scattered a bunch of flower seeds on. No real clue what's happening in here. Got some very nice dandelions. This flower was open just yesterday. It shut itself up because it's not getting very much sun at the moment. There's some seeds which are highly probable they're actually weeds, but yeah, I'm going to let them grow and see. This plant I might have pilfered from the wild a little bit. It was growing in the local park. There were a few of them, and there were much bigger ones. This is a baby, so it's obviously only sprouted recently. I forget the name of it. I'll put it on the screen for you. But it's actually medicinal. It grows into this big woolly spike thing beautiful yellow flowers. And then moving this way, this is all this grassy looking stuff. This is all garlic. Like, I don't know how this much garlic got left in the soil, but it clearly did, and now it's all multiplying and going wild in there. Oh, this thing, this is my onion that I rescued that was growing in the compost bin. Had I left it in the compost bin, it just would have died because it wasn't getting any light. But oh wow, look how healthy that is. So I'm going to have some nice onion seeds off of that probably in the summer. Again, I put a load of seeds in here and just hope for the best, really. Tell you what though, judging by the stem length on some of this garlic, I might be in for a few decent bulbs. There's another dandelion growing there. So a few of you are probably a bit surprised that I'm just letting dandelions grow in my beds and just being okay with that. But you can actually eat the leaves, you can have them in salads. They don't really taste very much of anything, but they have the texture of lettuce. If you're going to do it, then get them young, because they're still nice and tender. Obviously when they're older, they look a bit worse to wear, they get kind of tough, and they never look very appealing when they're older, so I've never eaten any, but a lot of leaves can get quite bitter when they get old as well. So if you're going to eat dandelions, do it when they're young. You can actually eat the whole plant. There are plenty of recipes for like dandelion flower jelly. You can make tea from the flowers, wash them first obviously. The stems are edible. You can roast and grind the roots to make a coffee substitute. Sadly, I don't think it contains caffeine, but you know, if that doesn't bother you unduly, then by all means try it. I'm yet to try it yet. I will one day though. I can just hear all the birds. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but let's just try it for a minute. Just listen to this lot out here singing. Do you hear that? There's a whole orchestra up there in them trees. They all live up there and just sing to each other and to me when I'm out here. And it's just quite nice and peaceful. Right, on to my Osteospermum daisies. Obviously the leaves that I did a couple of videos back are starting to look a lot more developed. Also, I planted some seeds in here that I got from my plants last year, and you can just sort of see some seedlings popping up. I don't know if it's weeds that have just happened to get in or if it's actual the seeds that I planted, but hopefully it's the seeds that I planted. Can't see it. Oh no, there is one popping up here as well. So, hooray! See, what I did with these, I had a lot of different colours altogether, and I used to basically brush against one with my thumb, rub the pollen all over, and then go to a flower of a different colour and rub the pollen all over, and just try to cross-fertilise all the different kinds as much as possible, so that I would get seeds that had a lot of different variety, genetically speaking, in the hope that I would be able to breed new colours. Because that's how plant breeding works. You mix up the pollen of a male plant with a different female plant, and it mixes the genes up, and sometimes you get new colours, shapes, sizes, all kinds of fun things can happen with that. And plant breeding is a topic that just fascinates me. So this is a fun way to try it. And if worse comes to worse, the seeds will just either not grow or grow and look like the parent plants. But I liked the parent plants, so it's, yeah, no harm done. Good result still. Check this out actually. Over here, guess what I have? It's not my plant shelf. So I've got, this is a wildflower, greater knapweed. So that's up there. I've got my, oh, what do you call this? I know this one. I'll come back to that. French lavender. That's dead, that's dead. Wild mint, which looks pretty dead, but it is alive, I promise. Then here, this is chocolate mint, which you can see is making a lovely comeback. Strawberry, which has overwintered through all the snow and everything. So pretty cool about that. This is my thermometer that I've got for outside. You see it's about 6 degrees Celsius. Or about 40-ish, 41, 42. Something like that, degrees Fahrenheit if you're in America, or just old school. This, I don't know, it was an old stump of a strawberry. I planted it just in case, because sometimes things do make a recovery. So, see, it's just got that teeny bud looking thing. So it might recover, it might not, we'll see. My beautiful black leaved plant. Apparently these get like lovely purple flowers on. So that'll be nice to see. This, finally I've got something to show you. My salad bed. So I threw all kinds of seeds in here. If it was leafy and could go in a salad, I chucked it in. Got some red veined sorrel there. Got, I think amaranth has gone in. I've chucked in spinach. I've chucked in rocket. Various leaf mixes that I've had, mustards, all kinds of things has gone in. So I've got 1 and 2, another salad bucket down there. It's got the majority of my red veined sorrel in. And then my little sedum over here. And see if I can find a nice looking leaf. See, is that not like so pretty? And it tastes really good too. It's got kind of like a lemony flavour to it. Oh, geese are out. It's got like a lemony flavour to it. Although I found if you pick leaves and then put them in your salad and then you don't eat them till lunchtime, that lemony vibe is like, it gets kind of lost. So I think eating it fresh is best, picking it right before eating if you want to maintain that. But they do look really pretty just in your salad. Swallow. Another good thing about sorrel, it is a perennial and it comes back really early. It's been outside, gosh, I must have planted that 2, 3, 4 years ago. Still going strong. Dies back every winter, comes back every spring. I mean, I think I had some of that popping up in February, maybe earlier, I don't quite remember, but yeah, so it's really good like that. You plant it, you'll have it forever. If you're going to have sorrel, I would get the red veined one just because it's beautiful as well as tasty. And you'll have it forever, which is good. I'm really getting into perennials because you don't need to keep buying seeds for them and keep planting them. Once you have it, you have it unless something kills it. And it seemed like a really, how can I put this? It seems like a really good and sustainable way to grow things. And sustainability, and it's all something I'm getting very interested in, because one day when I have my dream farm, obviously I'm going to have a perennials area that just, I don't need to like re-sow every year. It's just going to grow food, and I'll add bits to it over the years, and I'll end up with this big food source that just, it comes back every year. And just the renewability bit of it, I don't know, it just appeals to me, you know. Oh yes, it's a very good perennial. I'm going to show you over here as well. So this plant here is variegated nepeta, or as the plant tag from the store said, nepeta variegata. And what I didn't know is that in spring it makes these beautiful little purple flowers. How cute is that? Got some more back here. Now this, again, is a perennial, although I don't know if you can eat this, so don't know on that one. This started off as like just a tiny little pot, and you can see it's spread all throughout this bed now. It grows a little bit like mint. It just trails along the soil and puts down roots at various points. It's all here now, it's in that back corner. It's over here. I ripped a bit out to give to my next door neighbour the other day. Some more going off through there. It's basically colonised the whole bed. But the other good thing about stuff like that is it comes away really easily if you need to get it out of the bed because you're going to plant something else there. But in the meantime, it just offers that ground cover. And ground cover is good because what it does, obviously it forms like a mat on top of your soil, and that helps to prevent, you know, in this heavy rain over winter, it helps to prevent soil erosion and nutrients leaching from out of your soil. So it's good for all that kind of thing, as well as just looking pretty. So that's cool. But in this bed I do have something else that I want to show you. No clue how it has got there, but let me show you. Now, is that, or is that not, a strawberry seedling? And this. I have not planted a strawberry seedling here or here. I don't know how it has got here, but here it is. So I've got two main theories for what might have happened. Either I've been eating strawberries at some point last year and I've like, there's been a bad bit or something and I've just chucked it in the bed and it's grown. Or a bird or like a caterpillar or something has been eating my strawberries and it has slithered, flown, crawled into this bed at some point, and a seed has been discarded in here, and now I have a seedling, which is kind of cool because strawberries are another perennial. They are a short-lived perennial. They are at their best for 2 to 3 years. I'm not speaking from experience, this is just something that I've learned through research. So that's what I've read. Yep, they are quite hardy. That one over there has survived through all the snow and ice that we've had this year. Clearly, so is the little rebel one over in this bed here as well. And they do make rather yummy fruits. Although it's really hard to actually get to the fruits before the slugs and the caterpillars and the birds do. There's only so much protection you can give them. But yes, you have to admire their tenacity. And they also, at least the ones that grow with runners, like to spread. they spread in much the same way mint does. I know that strawberry that I showed you back there in the pot, that one was throwing off so many runners last year, and I found it trying to sneak a runner through the plant tower all the way down to the ground, and it was trying to root itself in my brickwork. It's like, seriously, in my brickwork. So again, strawberry plants would be really great for ground cover. Not too difficult to rip out the soil, or at least not when they're small. Perhaps when they get a little bigger they might be, but yeah. And you get yummy fruits. Flowers, my spring onion flowers, my red tubules are all out now. So I just like to come and like rub over the top of them, just gently, as if it's like a crystal ball or something. And the reason why I do this is not because I like the feel of them particularly. I'm trying to fertilise them, because I've not seen any bees on them yet, and if there's pollen out, I want it to get into all the different flowers and fertilise them, so it will make me some seeds. So I hope it's been fun for you to have an update of what's going on in my garden. It's been fun for me, certainly, and it's been a great way to spend my time whilst not being able to sleep. So I'm going to go grab a coffee now, because it's about, what time is it? 6:25. So, wow, it's so early. I'm literally never up this early. Thank you for watching with me. I hope to see you all in the next one.